Okay, so this is Inkscape, and we're going to import a raster image, so a ping file that isn't easy to trace around, isn't easy to draw a stroke around or a contour so that you can cut it out. You can't do this in Affinity easily, so you can't trace an image in Affinity to get a tight contour around the actual outer shape. So there are a couple of methods for getting a file into Inkscape. One is open, another one is import, and you can also literally just drag a document in, like so. If you do that and the document page isn't the right size, so obviously this isn't fitting into the document, you can get document properties up. You can do that with File, Document Properties, or sometimes it's enabled already. You just click on this little icon and the document fits to the file, to the logo that you've got. That's just a quick way of doing it. We can close that down, and you can also just do File, Open, click on the logo that you want or the file that you want, and open it up, and it will obviously fit the document dimensions to the file. So that done, let's trace the image. Now what Inkscape does is it traces the image, but it doesn't get rid of the logo. So what you end up with is a kind of a blank over the top of your raster image that we can then export to SVG, and we can open that up in Affinity and edit the path that's created. So path trace bitmap opens up the trace bitmap panel, and we need to select this logo, so we'll click on it, and as you can see it's already picked up the darker shades in the logo, and we need to adjust this slider to select the lighter shades, and we'll move this across. Make sure Live Updates is on and you'll see it previewed here. Okay, so 700 or 0.700 is near enough. So we click apply, and we get this path. We can move that across, and you can see the original raster image underneath. All we need to do now is go to the export panel. You can do File, Export as well. Click on an option, so we can have all these little different options. So we'll select Inkscape SVG. It's going to export it to my desktop, but you can choose where you want to export it to. I'll click on Export, and that's basically it. So now we need to open Affinity up and literally just drag that in. So let's move to Affinity. I'm just going to minimize that. Click on Affinity, and I've already got the document open here, so I'm going to close that down. That's Command W. I will drag the SVG into Affinity. And as you can see, it's masked at the moment, but everything's there. The image that you want to cut out is there, and the path. So we can get rid of the fill by clicking on this icon here. And this is it, so it's just got a stroke at the moment. It hasn't got any physical stroke. You can just see where it fits. So we can add some dimension to that stroke. I'll put it at 3 pixels, 3.5 pixels, so that you can see it. If you wanted to edit this now, you can simply go to the contour tool and pull out where you want the contour cut line to be. Undo that. Or you can duplicate the path by right clicking and saying duplicate, and you can leave that as the bleed, or you can use the contour tool to expand that a little if you wanted a bit more bleed, and then fill the background in with a bit of colour. So if you want that bleed to be obviously the background colour, you would bake that appearance, select the colour, use that colour as the fill, and then drag it probably underneath. And we still have this border that we can edit, and that. So now this can be the cut line. Might be a bit better to have that a bit bigger. Let me just undo that. So let's get that contour tool going again. I'll start fresh. So pull it out, so that's the bleed. Okay, bake the appearance, and then fill that in. So we just select the colour, so, and fill it. We shall remove the stroke, like so. So this now, you can, let's say, bleed, and now we've got the original path, and we can edit that. We're going to just drag this one down underneath the logo. So now we can edit this path, and we can create a contour, so a cut where you want the bleed to be. So again, the contour tool, just pull it out a little bit from the actual dimension, and that's basically it. And obviously you can colour it to whatever colour you want and set its dimension to 1 pixel. So that can be a contour line, and obviously this is the bleed, so that you know when it cuts out it's going to be bang on and you're not going to get any white. I hope this helps you. I may have explained it not perfectly, but I think that's the gist of the idea. Hope this helps you. Thank you.